Hi, Chris Popper here in Bangor. I'm joined by Coach Mark Shields, the head football coach of the MDI Trojans. And Coach, congratulations. Way to start the year off. A pretty good win against Houlton up in Houlton.
Yeah, it's always nice to get the first win under your belt, and it's always nice to get it week one for sure.
You
Nobody
don't want
wants
to
to.
wait till week five for that
No,
first win.
no, no, definitely not. And you know, I've had some really good teams over the years that come out and lose that first one, and boy, that's a long second week of the regular season, hoping that you get that first win. So. Yeah, it was a hard fought battle. Houlton, to their credit, played extremely hard. They have some good talent, like we talked about before. They have some strong kids up front, some strong runners. Um, we were just able to make a few more plays than they did, and were able to escape Houlton with a win.
But you talk about strong runners. What a game by Kenneth Stillwell in his second year as a varsity player. Really had a monster game, as did Lincoln Gray.
Yeah, really pleased with both our running backs. Really pleased with our offensive line to open up some big holes for those guys. Kenneth is a guy that he came in last year, and I'd heard some really nice things about him and the sort of athlete that he is, and he started for us last year on the defensive side of the ball, and then late in the season he ended up starting at running back as well, and he had a huge night. He had some carries where he was just carrying some kids from Holton along, and they went for the ride, um, and he's strong. He's just hard to bring down. So
Hey,
it
big
takes,
boy. I mean, and that whole idea about when you get tackled to continue to run the legs and power the legs, you can carry someone, especially if they're not tackling you low.
yeah, absolutely. And sometimes Holton was a little high, and he was able to carry those guys for a few more yards. And what I was most impressed about his last really big run that basically sealed the win for us, his breakaway speed. He was outrunning defensive backs to the end zone. Um, as I was watching the tape, I thought, well, that kid probably, thought he might run him down, but I could tell as he was running, he was, gaining distance from that defensive back. So that's pretty impressive stuff. And Lincoln had a great game. I feel bad. Lincoln had a couple big runs. He had like a 70-yard touchdown call back.
Uh,
Um, yeah, there was a holding call, and um, you know, when the game was going on that night, I was very frustrated that because we had some holding calls, but honestly, looking at tape, I didn't see a hold on that play. I don't know what the official was looking at. So that was unfortunate because, for starters, that touchdown would have been late in the third. That would have sealed the deal for us. Um, and it took away from, more yardage and more scores for Lincoln. But yeah, he had a big night as well.
well, Kenneth Stillwell, 15 carries, 203 yards, three touchdowns. Lincoln Gray, 14 carries, 145 yards, and one touchdown. And I mean, boy, I'll tell you, if you're averaging, yeah, okay, you got a couple big breaks, breakaways, but if you're averaging 10 yards a carry, you're doing something right.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And that's once again credit to our offensive line, Jeremy Bennett, Joey Bennett, what's big old Nate Olson up there, and then our tight ends, Asa Joyce and Henry Trombato. Those guys were opening up some nice holes for us. And I also want to give high praise to our quarterback, Ripley Hawkins. That was his first
First start.
start of actually regular season game. He did a real nice job running the offense, being a leader on the field, executing when we needed him to. So high praise for Ripley.
So now the attention turns to the Lake Region Lakers, who beat Ellsworth down in Naples on last Friday. They traveled to Bar Harbor this Friday. Um, they're a tough team.
Right. So I've broken down film on them, and I did break down tape on them versus Ellsworth. And, for starters, they have big numbers. I was counting the kids on the sideline. I think they have 35 plus kids in
Wow.
pads for starters. So their depth is going to be really good. and they are super fast and super athletic. They have a quarterback and some running backs that, once again, kind of like that Houlton kid, 44, half a step and they're going to be gone. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball, and they play really good defense. And their special teams are solid as well. They're a really good football team. They knocked us out of the playoffs last year. They've had a good showing here in the preseason. We know that it's going to be a big test for us to try to compete with these guys.
It'll be a little different for the Lakers to have to travel to Bar Harbor as opposed to just driving over to their field, and that hopefully plays to MDI's advantage. We've been there enough the last couple of years.
Right, 3 years in a row down in Bridgeton, Maine, and I'm glad that it's a home game and they have to travel to us. And yeah, I mean that's one of those things we talk about all the time on this show. How well do you travel? And I thought we traveled well. Houlton was not a short trip, but we were able to get there early enough, and the kids were really good on the bus, good focus, and then we had time to stretch our legs before we even started our warm up.
There was no need for Elias Burns to raise his voice. Everybody followed the rules on the bus. We're kind of football focused, and everybody brought all their gear with them. I was at the concert, unfortunately, so I couldn't do the game, but I did not hear Elias over the noise of the music of Bob Dylan and Sheryl Crow and Wachitachi and Willie Nelson, but I was fully expecting to hear him.
Right. So we traveled well. I was happy with that aspect of it, but we still had one player that forgot his game pants. So we're still we're still working on that
We're
aspect,
working on
Chris.
that.
Yep. Coach Byrne, because he's a military guy, so he made the comment that maybe we're going to treat this like the military. And before they get on the bus, they're going to have to take out their helmet. They're going to have to take out their shoulder pads. They're going to take out their girdle. They have to take off their jersey. So we'll see if that holds
Everyone,
true.
show your pants, right? Yeah.
Yep, yep. So baby steps, but we're slowly getting there. It was down to one player, so we're close.
All right. So talk about this week. It's always exciting to have the first home football game.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked last week about, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. I started playing organized football when I think I was in third grade. What's that? 8 years old, and I played all the way through high school, and then of course coaching for the last 30 years, and still get chills, the goosebumps when you start walking towards the field and you see the lights and you hear the band and you see the smoke coming out of the cook shack and you hear the crowd and you see your opponent on the field, and it's just really really exciting, and it's just a great atmosphere. I mean, I hear some of our student body, some of the kids talking. They're like, I can't wait for our first home game, coach. It's so much fun and excitement. And we have an awesome crowd. Our kids are amazing. Our student section is amazing. And of course, our community has supported us forever. So yeah, it's really exciting. I can't wait to step on that field for the first time.
The weather, 5 days out looks amazing. It will be football weather. I mean, temps are going to be into the 40s at night. So, yeah, I mean, dress appropriately for for trainer Dan. That means shorts, but for everybody else, you might want to have long pants and a coat.
Yeah, yeah. It's early in the season, but it seems like the nights are going to start getting cold, which I know for the players. I know when I was a player, you kind of like it that way, so you don't, get too hot. But yeah, I haven't busted out the long pants yet. It was pretty warm up there in Houlton last Friday night, so I'll see if I can wear the shorts or not Friday night.
I don't think you will. Um, the older we get, the less willing we are to deal with those temps. I know I'll be safe and warm in the press box, which will be 900 degrees in the sun until I open the windows, and it will quickly cool off. So we are looking forward to be able to broadcast the game. The game will be on WDEA Internet Radio, WDEA.AM. You can listen on your phone. You can download our free app. You can listen on any Alexa-enabled device. And of course, then we'll have full stats. And looking forward to getting down there to broadcast the game. Should be a great one. Is there a pep rally in anticipation of the first game? I know that the band's been working hard. They had a little boot camp while the MDI football team was undergoing 2-a-days to get a jump on the season. Are any plans for Thursday or Friday afternoon?
Not that I am aware of, but
Okay.
you're right. I know the band has been working extremely hard. Matthew Mayo does a great job with them, and um, hopefully they're going to be really loud Friday night.
Yeah. Are you and then you'll have a team dinner on Thursday night? What are the plans for that? If you know yet.
Yep. So we'll have our team dinner. Right. Side Street Cafe is donating the food, which
Oh,
is
how great is
amazing.
that?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the Youngs. Um, and they've done a lot for us over the years for sure. And so that will be nice. I also want to give kudos. I don't think I did this earlier in the season, but Hannaford in Bar Harbor, they ended up donating all of the food, all the supplies for our barbecue with the AYS kids a
Oh,
couple
that
of weeks ago. So I want
well,
to give a
they're
shout out to
great.
them,
Yeah.
and Evelyn is one of the managers down there, and this is I think the fourth straight year she's helped me with that. So yeah, great community
Evelyn
support.
Lindsay, yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome. So yeah, so Side Street Cafe, that's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great food, and we really appreciate it.
Just remember, let the boys eat first, coach, before you, right? I
Yeah,
know how it
yeah.
is.
Well, my wife's got me on some low carb diet, Chris. So the the team dinner last week, mac and cheese and
Oh
whatever
Lord.
else, and I sat right there and I just drank my water, and I was getting ready to go home and have my salad. Hopefully, my wife's listening to this, right? Spread the word. Yeah, so we're trying to be better. I've been told. So
She
yes.
had the mac and cheese breathalyzer. So when you came home, it was like, all right, Marks, let me smell
Yeah.
your breath,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, we're trying to be healthier. I've been told during
All right.
football season, which is a
Yes.
bad time. But yes,
Yeah. We want you to live long, live strong. Hi, Coach. Have a great week. Thank you taking time out of your day. We'll talk on Thursday in preparation for Friday night's game. And again, Friday night's game will be on WDEA Internet Radio. Excited to be down there, and should be great weather. And hopefully we'll come home with a W.
that would be nice. Yes. Thanks, Chris.